Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can find a remote job. So if you just want to stay home all the time, or you want to be able to travel the world and, go wherever you want, whenever you want, this is going to let you do that. So this is like the most stupid, simple, easy way to do it, but I guarantee that 95% of people are not doing this. And the reason for that is what I'm going to share towards the end of the video. So make sure that you stay till the end of the video. Some little hacks that most people have no idea even exist, but actually are pretty obvious once you hear them, so you'll see. Okay, now if you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I'm not really a big fan of jobs. I don't like having a job, remote or otherwise, but having a remote job does offer certain advantages, and it's a whole lot better than having a regular job where you're stuck in the same office or the same store or the same restaurant or whatever your workplace is day after day, and you can't really travel, you can't really have any freedom. So if you want to learn how to make money and have that freedom by owning your own business and working for yourself, then check out my channel. I've got a whole bunch of videos on that. But today I'm going to talk about how to find a remote job, which some people prefer because if you have a job, then you have a paycheck. And, if you have a high-paying job or even a moderately paying job and you're traveling around the world, then you can take advantage of the lower cost of living around the world, and even a modestly paying job is actually going to provide you a really high standard of life. So like I said, I don't have a job now, but I have worked remote in the past, so I'm going to show you what worked for me. Okay, so first let's start with what any 12-year-old would do if you told them to go try to find remote jobs, and that is go over to Google here and type in remote jobs. Okay, and then you get a whole bunch of remote job sites that come up. So let's go to remote.co here. I've used this one before. And there's a whole bunch of different ways to find remote jobs, by the way. And I'll link below to my free expert's guide to finding remote jobs if you want to know 8 different ways of finding them. But I'm just going to go through one of them today. You can check that out if you want like the whole shebang. Here are all of the remote jobs that are open on this remote job website. All of these jobs are remote. So whatever it is that you work in right now, I mean, the most obvious thing to do is to find something that has the skills that you already have. So if you're in accounting and finance, then you might want to look at this accounting and finance jobs section. Or if you do customer service, look at customer service. Or data entry. I mean, if you don't have any skills at all that would work for a remote job, you can do data entry. Anybody can do a data entry, right? I mean, there's no excuse for anybody to not be able to do this. This is available to anyone regardless of how many skills you do or do not have. So data entry, design, if you're artistic or you make web pages, I don't know, developers, so those are IT jobs, there's editing jobs, healthcare jobs, etc., etc. I won't go through all of them, but anyway, chances are you can find something that matches the skills that you already have, and if you don't already have any skills, then you can always do data entry or transcription. Now, I'm going to, if you want to do data entry or transcription, you're not going to get paid very much, right? The more skills you have and the more rare your skills are, the more you're going to get paid. So let's say that you want to get paid more than, I don't know, minimum wage or whatever you make for those data entry jobs. And by the way, if you make minimum wage and you're a digital nomad like me, and you take advantage of some of the places around the world where the cost of living is low, you can have a pretty nice life on minimum wage. Just saying. Anyway, so let's say, now I was a data analyst, so I tried this before. I was a data analyst, that's what I did when I was working remote. And that's a pretty nice job because you get a nice high salary for that, and there's a lot of companies that hire remote. So, and by the way, I did not have any training in data analysis. I did not go to college for it. I taught myself for free on the internet. So let's search that, just because this is something that I know that I can talk to a little bit better. So if we go through all of these things, there's, let's see, well, this one says, no, I don't want to sign up. This one says data analyst. So let's click on this one. And then we want to go to, what is Litmus looking for? Okay, that's what we want. We want the job requirements section. Like, I would just skip directly to that section every single time. So they want 3 years in a data analyst role or similar function. Now, if you don't have 3 years in a data analyst role, I'll tell you how to get around this. I'm going to tell you what you can do if you want this job, if you want that $80,000 a year salary, but you don't have the skills to do it. I'm going to tell you how to do it. So just go through and figure out what they want. And you don't even have to know what these things are, by the way. So it needs intermediate or advanced SQL. If you don't know what that is, go to Google, search for SQL, and you will learn that SQL is structured query language. Okay, got it. Excel, everyone knows Excel, right? If not, go to Google. Analytical skills, blah, 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 data visualization and business intelligence tools like Periscope or Tableau. Experience with SAS metrics and business model concepts, and prioritize whatever. Okay, so what you want is you want to pick out the things that are specific in here, right? So ability to prioritize, ignore it. You know, it's completely unspecific. But SQL, that's something that's specific. And if you don't know how to do it, go learn how to do it. You live in the age of the internet. You can teach yourself to do anything you want. And this is exactly what I did when I got my first job out of college. I didn't have any skills. I got a college degree that was worthless. So I had to go teach myself on the internet. So what you do is go to Google again and search SQL course free. And then skip all the paid ads and then go to, here you go, SQL tutorial. Learn SQL for free from Codecademy or Udemy or SQLcourse.com. That's the one that I took. It took like 2 hours to learn this, to have a working knowledge where I could answer all the interview questions correctly. So easy. Anyway, so teach yourself how to do it. You know, take out some time. People go to college for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years to learn how to do nothing of value. You can teach yourself a lot of these skills within a matter of weeks, right? I talk about that in this video, for example. Anyway, so you can just go to the course, take the course, and this will take you like 2 hours for this particular one. And then once you have a working knowledge of that, you know, all you need is to know it well enough to answer the interview questions, really. And then if you want to have more preparation, you can search data analyst interview questions. And there you go, top 30. Right? And just Google the answer to all these. What is the responsibility of a data analyst? Well, that's right in the stupid description, I'm sure. What is required, blah, blah, blah. What is data cleansing? Okay, if you don't know what data cleansing is, go into Google and say, what is data cleansing? Right? Are you noticing a pattern here? I just ask Google for everything, and you will learn how to do the job like for free on Google. Anyway, so where were we? So you learn to do SQL, right? And then Excel. Excel is the same thing. You go search Google for free Excel course. And then extremely strong analytical skills and ability to problem solve. That is non-specific. I would ignore it. By the way, the hiring managers, they don't care about this stuff. They care about the individual skills. That has been my experience completely. There we go. Now, business intelligence tools, e.g. Periscope and Tableau. And, you know, I won't Google search that for you again. You know how to do that. But Tableau has a free version you can practice on. So you can teach yourself how to do that, right? You can search on YouTube and find a whole bunch of video tutorials that will teach you exactly how to do all of this stuff. And then experience with SAS metrics and business model concepts. Now, SAS, I think, is software as a service, so they want you to have experience in software as a service business. Now, companies that are hiring for data analysts, I happen to know, tend to be pretty desperate, and they never, ever expect to actually meet all of these requirements. So if you're missing a few of them, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And I mean, if you want to be an overachiever and do even more homework, then you can just search SAS business metrics or SAS business model, and then read up on it for 20 minutes, and there you go. You've got it. You can answer all the interview questions. So you see how easy this is, right? I mean, in the modern era with the internet, you can teach yourself whatever it may be that you would possibly ever want to learn. And if you happen to teach yourself skills that are in demand, then you can get paid a lot of money to travel the world and, you know, live like a king. Because if you get like an upper middle class salary living in South America, for example, you are set. Your life is going to be amazing. Anyway. The last thing that I want to address here is this 3+ years of experience. Now, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up icon so that YouTube likes me better. hit the subscribe button and the notification bell beside the subscribe button so you get all my future content, because I've got a lot of awesome stuff. If you want to be free, if you want to live a life of freedom where you can travel whenever you want, wherever you want, make the level of income you want. Now, 3+ years is not very much. That's kind of like the minimum, right? Every job description ever in the history of the world has asked for some level of experience. And if they ask for 3 years, well, that's not so much. And so they take entry-level people. Like I said, if they need people and they don't have people that have the skills, well, then they have to concede on some of these things. And then another thing that I would recommend is figure out how to massage that 3+ years into your resume somehow. So if you can, I mean, you're doing Excel, right? That's one part of what you have to learn. Well, if you can do one little thing in Excel for whatever company you're working for right now, or even if you have just your own business, or you play on the golf team, right? And you build up a document about how to score your golf games in Excel. Well, all of a sudden you have Excel experience and you can put that in your resume. And it could be that your job has nothing to do with Excel at all, except for one little thing that you snuck in there, and you can still play that up on your resume as though that's like the most important thing, right? It's really easy to massage a resume as long as you know the skills. That's what the employer is interested in, and as long as you can answer the interview questions when they come up. So that 3+ years in a data analyst role just shouldn't, it helpfully says or similar function. So you can turn whatever your current job is into a similar function, or your previous work experience, you can massage your resume to turn those into a similar function, etc. So that just shouldn't be a problem for you. So I hope you can see that anybody can do this, right? And this is a little more ambitious, going for a job that you don't already know how to do, but anything that you don't know how to do, you can teach yourself to do, just like everything that you do know how to do right now, you had to teach yourself at some time in the past, and you don't need formal education to do this anymore. This is the 21st century. That old model is dead. And frankly, I think that people are a whole lot better if they can avoid the formal education system as much as possible, because it really only serves to hold you back at this point. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, I think you'll also really enjoy this video I did a while back about 5 high-income skills that you can teach yourself in a matter of just 2 weeks. And if you appreciate what I'm doing here, please do me a favor, leave a comment, tell me that you appreciate it, or if you hate it, tell me you hate it, and of course don't forget to subscribe.